What up? What up? It's your boy Ola here, guys, with Ola TV, and you already know what time it is. NXT 2.0, but tonight it's NXT HeatWave. It's supposed to be kind of like a mini pay-per-view live on the USA Network. Right now, the match has already started, and so far we've got the first match on the way, which is the Giovanni Vinci taking on the North American champion, aka Carmelo Hayes, who was also accompanied at ringside by Trick Williams, aka Tricky Williams. And right now, we have currently got Vinci with momentum in the match. Right now, the match has started off very high paced, really good match so far. I apologize for any delays on this one. Ooh, and a massive Ric Flair chop across the chest by Vinci, starting things to get heated up and lit up in this match. And then he chops Carmelo Hayes one more time across the chest. And now he brings him across another corner and chops him again. And the crowd is absolutely ecstatic, jumping up and down to the beat of the chops. Right now, Giovanni Vinci is in complete control of this match to start the NXT HeatWave special event going on here tonight. Ooh, but Carmelo Hayes, a chop across the face. Now, it looks like Giovanni Vinci, I should say. Vinci right now catches Hayes with a chop. Now, boys running rope to rope, coast to coast. They duck, they hit the ropes again, and they catch each other with a massive clothesline. Both men perform a clothesline on each other simultaneously, taking each other out of competition, laying each other out in the center of the ring. Woo! This match already on the way, starting off phenomenal to get the NXT HeatWave special event here tonight. This is one of 3 scheduled championship matches tonight. If you don't already know, Breakker is going to be defending his title later on tonight here on NXT HeatWave. Vinci right now in complete control, catches Hayes with a massive dropkick across the face that lays Hayes out. Hayes is the current champion, but Giovanni trying to take control and possibly win this match tonight. Now he's ramming a couple of knee shots across the spinal cord of Hayes, and Hayes over here now placed on the mat. Now he's being put in a chokehold here, one arm raised, and then he's got 2 arms wrapped around his neck, courtesy of Giovanni Vinci. Right now, the champ so far has had less of the momentum and less of the offense on this match. Vinci right now has been dominating since the start of the match. Vinci has Hayes up on his feet now. A leg shot to the abdomen area. Then Vinci gets thrown to the ropes. And all of a sudden, Tricky Williams catches Vinci around the ankle area. The referee sees it. And Hayes takes control and bashes Vinci across the face. And now he's planted on top of him with massive aggressive fists across the face. And now it looks like courtesy of Tricky Williams, a.k.a. Trick Williams, his distraction momentarily has provided the champ, Carmelo Hayes, the North American champion, the opportunity with being able to take over. Prior to this, he was getting absolutely dominated by Giovanni Vinci. Vinci now getting on his feet, a couple of punches to the abdomen area. Ooh, and then Hayes does a rolling snapmare takedown to Vinci and simultaneously rolls with him. Then he gets up and kicks Vinci across the face, and boom, big time hit, and now goes for the pin, but Vinci kicks out. And now it looks like Hayes has Vinci in a headlock, a little headlock predicament. Vinci gets out of it, and now Hayes back into a chokehold again. Hayes trying to take some momentum out of Vinci because he has dominated most of this match to start this nice event here on the NXT HeatWave. NXT 2.0 tonight has got a couple of championship matches on the line and a lot of big-time matches scheduled as far as singles and tag matches also for the HeatWave edition tonight. Right now, Carmelo Hayes still has the headlock on Vinci and then applying body weight on the back of the neck area to put even more pressure on the headlock. The boys are going at it right now. Well, right now, it looks like Vinci's back on his feet trying to break out of the headlock hold. This headlock hold has been applied for at least a good 2 or 3 minutes. Right now, Hayes trying to wear the number one contender down. Vinci is on his feet. Previously, he was on ground level getting choked out. So now Vinci is on his feet, flings Hayes across the rings, and Hayes lands on his abdomen area. Woo! NXT North American Championship is on the line, guys, to start off the heat wave. They're starting it off hot and on fire. Red hot tonight. And a nice little twirl-to-whirl spin, and then he plants Hayes back on the knees. A nice little backbreaker on the knees. With the knee, I should say. Now Hayes gets on his feet. Rocks Vinci down. Both men back on their feet, though. Running rope to rope. Hayes flings off the ropes. Vinci catches him. Oof. And Vinci plants Hayes on the ground and then leaps off the second rope and does a somersault. Lands that one as well. Goes for the immediate pin. Oh, man, and Hayes kicks out. This is a special edition of NXT 2.0 tonight. It is NXT HeatWave. We've been talking about this one for weeks, and we've been highly anticipating these matches, especially the championship matches that are on the line. Ooh, Vinci tries to leap off the second rope. Looks like he was going to do a somersault. He ends up getting stuck. Hayes then leaps on the opposite end of a second rope and then leaps on top of Vinci, plants him badly across the mat. Goes for the immediate pin, but it's going to be a kick out as well. Carmelo Hayes leaped off the opposite second ropes in a backwards position that ends up landing a backwards leg drop onto Vinci's face while Vinci was stuck on a second ropes on the opposite side and then gets planted nasty on his back. But Vinci able to kick out, of course. Oh, now it looks like a roll up here by Carmelo Hayes, but it's going to be a kick out. Ooh, and a massive super kick on the face of Vinci. Carmelo Hayes trying to get this momentum going so he can be able to retain his NXT North American Championship match tonight. Hayes leaps off the second rope. Vinci catches him, and then a spine buster suplex that catches Carmelo Hayes straight to the neck. Vinci goes for the immediate pin, but the referee only a 2 count. Courtesy of Carmelo Hayes kicking out. Vinci asking the ref, you sure that wasn't a 3? Hayes kicking for the abdomen area, but Vinci catches him. Oh, shit, a powerbomb opportunity. Oh, but Hayes gets out of it. Innovative cutter performed by Carmelo Hayes. Oh, shit, and Giovanni Vinci kicks out yet again. What a massive match to start off the Heat Wave event tonight. It is heating up on NXT 2.0. This match is going 17, 18 minutes since the beginning of the event. There has been no heavy promos. It was immediately started, and NXT went right away with a championship match. Carmelo Hayes now jumping off the second rope. Vinci sees it coming, ducks. Oh, and he throws Hayes over the third rope, but Hayes lands on his feet. And now Hayes in the outside talking to his compadre. Oh, and Vinci leaps up to the third rope, jumps to the outside, and lays out both Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. And the fans chanting the holy shit chants. Oh, and a nice little somersault off the ropes. Lands it on Hayes, and Hayes' leg gets put on the bottom rope, courtesy of Trick Williams, tricking the ref behind the ref. The ref did not see it coming. Man, oh man, a leap of faith. Vinci out here just doing all kinds of high-risk maneuvers. Oh, Trick Williams out here distracting Vinci on the outside. And then Vinci gets smacked into the steel steps, courtesy of Carmelo Hayes. Hayes taking advantage of the distraction. Leaps off the third rope. Misses. Holy smokes. Oh, and a massive clothesline from hell that flips Carmelo Hayes inside out, flops him like a cheeseburger. Oh, shit. Trick Williams jumps into the ring, and then Hayes gets powerbombed onto Trick Williams that lays Hayes out. And then Trick Williams catches a powerbomb courtesy of Vinci. Holy shit. And now another powerbomb to Hayes again. Oh, but Hayes with the Hurricane Rana reversal. A pin. Oh, he rolls him up with one leg and somehow is able to get the victory. I have no idea how that was even possible. Trick Williams jumped into the ring to try to create a distraction. No disqualification was called. And then Vinci lifts Hayes into the air. He power bombs Hayes, but he power bombs him onto Trick Williams. He doesn't even power bomb him onto the mat. He power bombs him onto Williams. Williams gets wiped out. Right after that, he then picks Williams up into the air and power bombs Williams onto the mat. And then he goes for a third power bomb opportunity, but this one ends up getting reversed into a Hurricane Rana, and Hayes ends up rolling him up into a Hurricane Rana pin. 1, 2, 3. Only needed one leg, and unfortunately, the pin was so good that Giovanni could not kick out. And still, your current NXT North American champion is Carmelo Hayes, courtesy of all the distractions and assists by Trick Williams in and outside of the ring. Woo! Starting off hot today. Holy shit. Speaking of starting off hot, Toxic Attraction just pulled out of the card. Gosh damn. Mandy Rose out here and the rest of Toxic Attraction over here laying their eyes up and down on Bron Breakker. And Mandy Rose comes up and says to Breakker, hey, so you've got a actually Breakker says to Mandy, wait. Hold on. What's going on here? Nothing special. Anyways, getting back to the segment that just took place. Mandy Rose pulls up to Bron Breakker, and she pulls up with the entire faction of Toxic Attraction, and they were all checking out Bron Breakker like he was eye candy, looking him up and down, pulled the shades up, and then Mandy Rose comes out of nowhere and tells Breakker, yo, you've got a real uphill battle tonight. And then he says, well, you do too, considering the fact that you're also going to be defending your title tonight. And she's like, well, let's see who's going to come out champion tonight. And he's like, yeah, we'll definitely see. Bron Breakker then exits the scene, starts walking towards the arena to walk inside. And Mandy Rose, like this, lifts up the shades again, checking out Bron Breakker. Gigi starts checking him out. And also JC Jane also checking out Bron Breakker. So maybe Toxic Attraction having an attraction for the heavyweight champ, Bron Breakker. Very interesting segment. I wonder if they both end up retaining tonight. Will they end up moving any type of direction where maybe Mandy Rose and Bron Breakker end up becoming some type of championship idol? Who knows? That would be a very, very interesting, climax if they both end up retaining the titles. No pun intended, because it's weird that they put them face to face and kind of had like a little little attraction, kind of like a unspoken sexual type of vibe going on between each other. So yeah, now Bron Breakker though didn't seem like he was super impressed by Toxic Attraction, but then again, he might have been kind of trying to be a smooth criminal to play it off. You know what I'm saying? Kind of playing like interested but not really interested. So yeah, I don't know. Mandy Rose seems to have her eyes set on the current champ. So if he retains and she retains, I wonder how this friendship is going to develop. Maybe they're going to make it into something more if they both retain their titles. Right now, we're currently on a commercial break, guys. But thank you so much for tuning in. Again, if you're looking at the background, as you can see, Tuesday nights are always NXT 2.0. As you can see, the sexy background says NXT HeatWave. Now, this is absolutely correct because for the past 3 weeks, if you guys may or may not have known, if you were tuning in, I've been talking about this. I've been saying that NXT HeatWave is coming up in several weeks. And finally, the attraction is here. The big event is here. It started off with Giovanni Vinci going one-on-one, toe-to-toe with the current champ, NXT North American champ, Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes came to ringside with his buddy Trick Williams. Trick Williams did perform a couple of multiple distractions, and courtesy of that, he was able to go ahead and help his buddy to be able to retain his title. So Carmelo Hayes is still your NXT champ. NXT North American champ. Let me correct that. NXT North American champ, not the heavyweight champ. So he is still a champion. So far we have one champ coming in and defending the title successfully. You know, we got two more title shots later on tonight. As I already stated before, Mandy Rose and Bron Breakker are both going to be defending their titles. Will they also come out successful and be able to retain the gold, or will we see new champions later on tonight? As we speak right now, it is currently on a commercial break. Soon as the commercial break is done, we will go ahead and get back into the content and give you guys the live updates on tonight's NXT HeatWave. And actually, while we're waiting here, let me go ahead and actually let me share my link here. Get this. Go ahead and pull up this YouTube link here real quick. Want to make sure that we've got enough people tuning in tonight. And Mandy Rose is going to be defending her title one-on-one against Zoey Stark. Zoey Stark has been waiting and waiting and waiting for this opportunity. But I tell you what, if you guys know Mandy Rose, she's going to have Toxic Attraction out there. She's going to have the entire faction at ringside. So you already know what time it's going to be with that one. You know what I'm saying? She is not going to be out here, alone. We already know that one. All right, let me go ahead and get this link and share this here. And let me also pull up my Facebook as well, so I can go ahead and share this with a couple of my friends. See if anybody wants to go ahead and join the live stream tonight and make sure that they, jump on in. Because a lot of people sometimes they want to be a part of the process, but sometimes I forget to send the links, because usually I have them on my my main platforms of Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. All right, right now we're back from commercial break, but it's just a promo segment, so I'm going to skip over that. All right, just waiting now for the commercial break. Well, the promo, I should say. Now it looks like we've got Diamond Mine coming out. Now, they don't look like they're going to be in competition here, but let's see. The Creed brothers and Diamond Mine coming out to the ring. Oh, wow. Julius right now in the ring, of course. And Wade Barrett talking shit about Julius, saying that Julius has been basically accusing him of false information. And he says if he doesn't have proof, he should shut his mouth. I wonder if Wade Barrett is going to possibly ever go one-on-one against Julius Creed. You know what I'm saying? We got Julius right now talking, saying that he won the tag team titles for NXT so that he could represent for the Diamond Mine faction. Now we got the fans chanting, "You deserve it," referring to the Creed brothers. Oh, shit. Julius Creed says someone's trying to bring down Diamond Mine. I think he's going to address Wade Barrett. I got a feeling. Oh, he says Roderick Strong pointing the finger at his buddy. I thought he was going to point the finger at Wade Barrett. Roderick Strong saying that he made them join Diamond because he knew they have potential. So he doesn't understand why Julius is coming out here blaming Roderick Strong for the fact of whatever's been going on as far as any animosity or any bad blood or any bad talks about the Creed brothers. I think Julius is going to have a problem for some reason with Roderick Strong. Surprised he didn't contest Wade Barrett, considering that Wade Barrett was just talking shit on the microphone, stating that Julius Creed has been talking shit about Wade. So that would have been dope if they would have did that. Julius says he is not just the future. They are the now and the present. And he says you can go ahead and deliver the message to the Usos and let the Usos know that if they want the business, they can come get some. Holy shit. Talking shit about the Usos on NXT. Oh, and now Brutus says he's only going to support his buddy Julius's decision. And Julius doesn't seem to want to be a part of Diamond Mine anymore. Now Julius says, let's roll the tape so that he can prove to Roderick Strong of what he means as far as all the bad blood. Oh, that's right. 3 weeks ago, Roderick Strong had performed a flying knee, and that flying knee was accidentally towards the face of Julius Creed. Damon Kemp is in the ring with him, and Damon Kemp seems to also want to get rid of Roderick Strong. So it's going to be a 3-on-1 jump. Is Roderick Strong going to get kicked out of the Diamond Mine? Is Julius maybe losing his mind? Oh, shit. And now Diamond Mine getting jumped. The boys from NXT UK have jumped into the ring. I think they're called Gallus. Yeah, Gallus. Team Gallus, or I should say the faction of Gallus, jumps into the ring. And the faction of Gallus with a surprise attack. Roderick Strong was in the corner waiting for the boys to come out. But now it looks like Gallus is also jumping Roderick Strong. So they're beating up everybody in the Diamond Mine. They're beating up Julius Creed. They're beating up Brutus Creed. They're beating up Damon Kemp. They're beating up Roderick Strong. And these guys are supposed to be NXT UK, NXT United Kingdom. So 3-on-4, and they got the upper hand tonight. Holy shit. The faction called Gallus from NXT UK has obliterated the entire Diamond Mine faction with the inclusion of Roderick Strong. I thought initially that maybe this was a setup, performed by Roderick Strong. Maybe Roderick Strong was the one that was out there, trying to get them jumped. But right after Brutus, Julius, and Damon all get jumped by Gallus and they all get beat up, they do a 3-on-1 handicap, Gallus against Roderick Strong. So them boys are here. And now security, backstage officials, and the referees have all come out to try to escort Gallus out of the arena and out of the building. But prior to that, they got their asses jumped. Woo! Heat wave getting hotter and hotter as we speak. Now we got Mackenzie Mitchell interviewing Roxanne Perez backstage. See what Roxanne has to say. It looks like Roxanne Perez is still bitter over the fact that Cora Jade ended the friendship. And of course, Cora Jade threw half of the tag team titles into the trash, which ended up making the titles getting relinquished from that tag team. So I'm sure Roxanne is still a little bit bitter over the fact that she lost not only a friendship in Cora Jade, but she also lost her tag team title championship because Cora Jade no longer wanted to be a face. She wanted to be a heel, and she wanted to no longer be in tag team competition. She wants to ride alone. She wants to ride solo. And because of that, Roxanne Perez still has some animosity and some hatred towards Cora Jade. And they're about to go one-on-one competition here tonight on NXT HeatWave. Let's see how this one comes out. Let's see if there's going to be any outside interferences. As you know, sometimes Cora Jade has been in cahoots with other people such as Mandy Rose. So let's see if anybody from Toxic Attraction potentially may show up. I don't think so because they're going to have their hands pretty tied up, but you just never know. But it's going to be ex best friends, ex tag team women's champions going one-on-one tonight. Roxanne Perez going toe-to-toe with Cora Jade after this commercial break. And while we are on commercial break, let me go ahead and share the link so I can be able to get more people out here showing love and showing support to tonight's NXT HeatWave. We are heating up. It is only so far 35 minutes into the program, and we already had one championship match, which was successfully defended by Carmelo Hayes. We had a segment with Mandy Rose and her faction Toxic Attraction meeting up with Bron Breakker outside before entering the stadium, entering the arena, having a little bit of a unspoken sexual attraction potentially building up between them. And then you had the Diamond Mine looking like they were about to break apart. The Creed brothers potentially leaving Diamond Mine. And then just when you thought that Julius Creed may potentially ask Wade Barrett to come out or possibly, talk about what his problem is towards Julius Creed, he ends up talking smack towards the direction of Roderick Strong. And then Roderick Strong tried to plead the fifth. And then all of a sudden, you get the faction from NXT UK come out. Gallus shows up out of nowhere, unexpected, and all of a sudden attacks all four members of Diamond Mine. So, will Diamond Mine recover, recruit, and regroup themselves, or are they going to potentially fall apart? And are we going to have the Creed brothers exit the Diamond Mine faction? If they do, I don't see how the Diamond faction is going to be able to move on and coexist because there's not going to be that many members left. It'll be chopped in half essentially. So maybe this segment of them getting jumped by Gallus will potentially have them regroup and maybe say, you know what? Maybe Roderick Strong is not in cahoots with our adversaries and our competitors, and maybe Roderick Strong indeed is 100% a member and a supporter of the Diamond Mine faction. So we're going to see how that develops. Obviously, later on tonight, we'll see if there's going to be any matches that lead to Diamond Mine taking on Gallus or maybe Creed brothers taking on Gallus. But if none of that develops later on tonight, I guess we'll have to wait and see on future shows of NXT to see if Diamond Mine is actually going to break up and if the Creed brothers are going to go on their merry way and move forward with life, leaving Roderick Strong and Damon Kemp behind. So that's what we have so far as what's been going on NXT's Heat Wave here tonight. A lot of heating up between conversations, backstage, behind the scenes, championship matches, etc. Oh, and now we got a segment here with Nikkita Lyons backstage meeting up with Zoey Stark. And gosh damn, oh man, Looking absolutely sensational as usual. And now we have backstage. They're also showing a segment of JD right now chilling in a massive basket of ice, getting ready and getting prepared, getting prepped for his match later on tonight. I forgot that JD is going one-on-one with Bron Breakker later on tonight. I knew Breakker had the championship match, but I forgot that his number one contender was JD. Anyways, women's matches started. Roxanne Perez running to the ring, jumps on top of Cora Jade and starts grabbing her hair and smashing her face to the mat. Ooh, and then Roxanne Perez flies through the ropes and lands on top of Cora Jade, who was on the outside of the ring, takes her out. And now Roxanne Perez running rope to rope because Cora Jade goes to the other side of the ring on the outside again and flies through the ropes again and lands on Cora Jade, then throws her into the ring and goes for the pin, and it's just a 2 count. But man, oh man, Roxanne Perez already starting with a high impact, high velocity offense, wasting no time, flying through the ropes two times already to start the match, laying Cora Jade out. Now Cora Jade looking to switch the momentum up, bashes a forearm across the face of Roxanne Perez. Roxanne Perez then gets thrown to the second rope. Cora Jade runs to the other side of the rope and then runs towards Roxanne and lands an elbow on the spinal cord, on the upper spinal cord area. And it looks like Roxanne grabbing her back and grabbing her neck area as well. Cora Jade now bashes Roxanne's face into the top turnbuckle and then a forearm across the face of Roxanne. Now another forearm across the face. By the way, both women absolutely starting off with a lot of heat on this match. And both women absolutely looking amazing tonight as usual. Ooh, and here we go. Cora trying to get Roxanne to the air. Cora flips over her back. A nice little lariat shoulder hit towards the face of Cora Jade, courtesy of Roxanne. Roxanne throws Cora towards the ropes, and then flings her over the shoulder and lays her on the mat. Roxanne to the ropes and a drop kick across the head. Cora ends up falling face first onto the mat. The women out here taking it to each other. Ex-best friends, ex-women's tag team champs, and now have become brutal rivals. Ooh, and a massive forearm across the face of Cora. Cora flies to the outside. Roxanne again trying to fly through the ropes for a third time in this match, but this time Cora Jade stops her in her tracks, hits her to the lower body, and stops her from being able to perform the high-risk maneuver again. Oh, and then Cora ends up with a nice vertical suplex on Roxanne on the outside pavement, slamming the body on the outside floor. And again, Roxanne grabbing her lower back in complete pain. Cora Jade rolls herself back into the ring while Roxanne is still laid out on the outside, and Roxanne still grabbing her lower back. That vertical suplex might have really hurt. Sheesh. Ooh, and a massive chop across the titty, courtesy of Cora Jade on Roxanne's right boob, catching her nasty with the chop. And now both women on the center of the ring. Cora takes down Roxanne, puts her in a pin, and Roxanne kicks out after 2. Now Cora back on her feet, and we've got Roxanne reeling now. Roxanne's outfit kind of looks like a female version of Buzz Lightyear's outfit. She has kind of like a female version of the colors and like the way it just looks, the appearance. I don't know if that's what she was aiming for, but she definitely looks like a female Buzz Lightyear. Just on the costume alone, not on the actual facial look. Ooh, and now Cora with a nice vertical suplex performed on Roxanne. And Roxanne again grabbing the lower back. You got to believe that the knee earlier across the spine by Cora Jade must have caused really high impact, because Roxanne continues to grab her lower back, every time that she gets slammed onto the floor or onto the mat, she constantly is grabbing her lower back. I wonder if she's just being a really good actress or if her lower back really is in pain. Cora now gets the foot shoved into the neck and chin area of Roxanne, stretching her head back to the bottom part of the turnbuckle on the first rope. Now she's got her choked out on the ropes with a knee on the back of the scalp of Roxanne. Cora now in complete control of this match. Roxanne started this match with high intensity, and all of a sudden now Cora seems to be the one with the landslide, having complete control in this match, dominating Roxanne right now. So far, no outside interference. So far, no one yet has come out here to create any type of distractions. It's been a complete one-on-one match, and that's how we like to see it. And now we've got Cora running towards the ropes. It looks like she was trying to perform maybe like an X Factor move, similar to X-Pac when he used to jump on to people's faces and just kind of give them the crotch, the crotch bounce. And it looks like Cora may have fucked the move up slightly and botched it and did not really catch Roxanne in that corner. And now she's pulling the eyes, pulling the nose, trying to pull the face apart of Roxanne with her fingers. Ooh, and then she goes running to try to perform an elbow shot to Roxanne's back as Roxanne was laying on the second rope, and Roxanne ends up getting out of the way. Now we've got Cora on the ropes, and then Roxanne runs her two knees into the face of Cora. Now she's trying to do a nice little Russian leg sweep. Cora breaks it up, and then a massive clothesline from hell by Cora Jade. Holy shit. That girl is vicious. Yo, Cora Jade has really changed her in-ring wrestling and has really, really turned things around here in NXT, becoming a much, much better wrestler lately, becoming more aggressive and becoming a perfect women's heel in this division right now. She's got a knee now to the back of Roxanne, and while she's got the knee in the back, she's pulling Roxanne's arms backwards. Got her in a nasty submission hold right now. Man, this clothesline was vicious as fuck. Oof. Looking like a female version of JBL with that clothesline from her. Holy shit. Gosh damn. Woo! Man, oh man. Let me go ahead and make sure I'm not ignoring the fan base over here. Let me make sure I check the comments. All right, no comments so far. We'll continue giving you the updates now. And Cora here continuing to pull Roxanne's arms behind her back in a nasty submission hold. It's got her tied up. These girls are really taking it to each other, almost as if the women's championship was on the line. I mean, neither one has the title, but it's almost as if they were fighting for the title. An inside cradle now performed by Roxanne, but Cora kicks out after two. Now Cora rolls up Roxanne for a pin. That's a two. And then now another pin by Roxanne on Cora, but that's a two count as well. Oh, and a nice kick out of the. It looks like Cora had Roxanne in another pin, and then Roxanne does the bridge lift where she lifts herself up while having her opponent on top of her, no pun intended, and breaks out of that kick. Breaks out of that pin. Ooh, and both girls had the same move in mind. They both go for a flying, leaping forward kick, and they catch each other across the face, laying each other out on the mat. Don't forget, guys, later on tonight, Mandy Rose one-on-one with Zoey Stark defending her NXT Women's Championship. Later on tonight, we also got Tony D'Angelo going one-on-one with Santos Escobar for the street fight. It's going to be a pretty good event tonight for NXT 2.0, also known as tonight NXT HeatWave, baby. NXT is heating up on Tuesday night tonight. Oh, man, and a massive knee shot to the abdomen area, courtesy of Cora into the middle of the into the middle of the stomach of Roxanne. But now Roxanne is starting to gain momentum. She got two big moves on Cora Jade over here. Roxanne Perez with momentum runs 2 lariat shoulder hits to the face of Cora Jade back to back. Ooh, a Russian leg sweep that leads into a pin, and Cora Jade just kicks out. Sheesh. 2 count. Ooh, and now she gets a nice little sweep of the leg and slams Cora Jade on the mat. Goes for another immediate pin, but it's another kick out. And Roxanne Perez tonight has all these colorful strings and straps around her forearm, matching the colors of the NXT logo. I like the wardrobe. Oh, shit. And a massive knee to the face of Roxanne. Ooh, and then after that, Cora Jade plants Roxanne Perez in a spinning forward suplex. Sheesh. I don't even know what to call that move, but Roxanne Perez got her ass planted right after catching the knee on top of that. But Roxanne Perez still kicked out, showing resiliency and making it only a 2 count. Oh, shit. And Cora Jade over here grabbed a weapon on the outside of the ring. I don't know if this is like a kendo stick. She did walk into this match with this stick. And looks like she tried to swing at Roxanne. Roxanne ducked and kicked Cora in the stomach. And now we got, it looks like Roxanne Perez now has the stick. About to swipe. She about to swipe this chick across with it. Referee's telling her, no, don't do it. Roxanne Perez feeling sorry for her ex-best friend. And Cora Jade takes advantage and lays her out. Oh, shit. And a double arm DDT. A vicious double arm DDT. And then Cora Jade pins Roxanne Perez, putting the stick on top of Roxanne's face while she pins her. And man, oh man, can't not believe it. Cora Jade gets the victory. My goodness. And Cora Jade takes complete advantage of Roxanne Perez's vulnerability. Roxanne Perez felt sorry for her ex-best friend, and she was about to swipe her with the stick, and then Cora Jade ends up planting her on the mat with a massive double arm DDT. She should have known that Cora Jade would have no mercy on her, so why the hell would you have mercy on Cora Jade? I would have planted that stick across her face, no pun intended, and I would have definitely laid her ass out. Now we got the NXT UK Tag Champs backstage right now, and it looks like Gallus over here saying that these titles do not belong on the regular NXT program, that those titles belong on the NXT UK program, and now Gallus looking to maybe provide an offer to go competition over here against these titles. It looks like NXT Tag Team Champs decided to accept the proposition by Gallus. Gallus says, we can take you boys on. And the Tag Champs said, yo, we can do this anytime, anywhere, wherever you want. And Gallus says, let's go for it. Let's do it next week. Will it be on NXT UK or will it be on NXT regular programming? We'll have to wait and see on that for next week. But the UK, looks like the UK titles are going to be on the line next week. So we'll see if the champs will be able to retain. They should have put it as a maybe, they should have maybe done it as a surprise tag team match tonight. That would have been dope for the fans. You know what I'm saying? Especially since the champs are already here tonight and Gallus made a surprise appearance attacking Diamond Mine. Why not, you know? Why not make it all happen tonight? Got surprise appearances, surprise attacks. The tag team champs were already here. I don't know why they're leaving it for next week, but that's what it is. Now we've got promos here showing of what is it, D'Angelo? Yeah, looks like the promo that's showing right now is leading up to, I believe, tonight's match. They're showing like the 4-month build-up from 4 months ago up until present day. Yeah, they're showing all the build-up from when D'Angelo got jumped by Santos, and Santos ended up having his lackeys jump D'Angelo, and then D'Angelo eventually ended up bringing the D'Angelo family and evening up the odds as the weeks and months continued. Competition started building up, and then now that's what's led to tonight with the Tony D going up against Santos Escobar. So a whole lot of promo. There must not be a lot of matches scheduled for tonight because they're literally showing like match after match, segment after segment of everything that's been leading up to all of this. See, with all these promos and all this buildup for the Tony D going one-on-one against Santos Escobar, they could have already had the UK tag team champs of NXT defend their titles against Gallus. So a whole lot of promo going on with this right now. Woo! Let me go ahead and check to see if I got any comments here while all this promo is going on, because there is still a lot of promo with this whole D'Angelo and Escobar lineup. Shit, it's taking forever. Oh, that's right. Escobar cost D'Angelo the opportunity for tag team titles and for I think it was NXT. I forgot what other title. I know it was like a singles title as well. So this street fight is going to be very interesting. Now I'll tell you this: this may be a one-on-one match, but this is a street fight, and both of these guys have their own factions. You know, you got Santos has got his people. Tony D has got the D'Angelo family. So I highly doubt that this match tonight. I highly doubt that it's going to be one-on-one and it's going to be right down the middle. I mean, it is a street fight, so anything goes pretty much, and that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting anything goes here tonight on this match. And after all that promo, it looks like NXT decided to go on commercial break. Go figure. Sheesh. Man, oh man. It's all good, though. No worries, no stress. Now, unlike last night on Raw, I did not order any food tonight. So I definitely won't, be in and out. However, if I didn't even get myself a cup of water, a cup of soda. So maybe I should do that right now. I guess I'll wait after the program. It's all good. All right, let me also go ahead and share this over here on my Facebook. So I know I've got a lot of people there. But before we even get to that, let me see what other matches we got here tonight. I think those might be the only matches coming up. We've got Breakker defending his title against JD. Mandy Rose defending her title against Zoey Stark. Might be it after that. Yeah, that might be the last, unless there's another surprise match that I'm not aware of. But I think that might be most of the remaining matches for HeatWave. They're probably going to make those matches relatively long. Yeah, because I'm not seeing any other scheduled matches, but who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us. Still on commercial break right now, so I'm waiting for it to come back. I'll tell you what, man, NXT, even though they've got decent competition and it was a pretty good program, I feel like NXT in some ways has gone down a little bit because they do so much promo to do so many fill-ins. You know what I'm saying? If you compare it to like AEW, AEW usually has their YouTube promo. I mean their YouTube how do I say the YouTube show, the one that's for free on YouTube on Tuesdays as well. And usually they have like at least 6 to 10 matches. Now they've been upgrading it to like 14 matches every Tuesday. And then I think last week or this week, if I'm not mistaken, they switched from Tuesday to Monday. I don't know if that's going to be long term, but very interesting. Damn, these commercial breaks right now, bro, taking a hot ass minute. Let's get back to the heat wave. You feel me? While they're doing that, let me see. Let me see what we got left. Let me see. I'm trying to look for. Actually, let me do something else before we even get that going. Let me add this here. Those people that want to go ahead and get added on here. Let's see. We got Sir. Just adding the link here. Ooh, shit. Mandy Rose. Woo! All right, we're back from commercial break. All right, let's see who we got coming up next here. Oh, looks like the street fight's coming up. Let's get it. So they got some weird stipulations in this match. I don't know if I heard it correctly, but it's I think they said if um if Santos Escobar wins, then I think they said they've got to let Legado free. But if Tony D wins, then I think Santos Escobar is no longer allowed to be on NXT. I guess he's technically fired from NXT. I think that's what the stipulations were. Very interesting match. So it's not just a street fight. There's also massive stipulations on the line, and the loser is gonna definitely be losing a lot more than just this match. First one coming on his way to the ring. They've got Santos Escobar. The fans are like legado, legado. They're here chanting, and they chanting in unison. That shit sounds so dope. Yeah, so big time stipulations. I think that's what the stipulations are. So Tony D, who is basically the leader of the D'Angelo family, and of course, he recruited Santos Escobar and the entire Legado. I think they're called Legado del Fantasma. So Legado became under the control of Tony D and his faction, and so therefore if Santos Escobar wins tonight, Legado and the entire faction will be set free from the corruption and from the chains and shackles of Tony D and D'Angelo family. So Legado will be their own faction at that point. But if Tony D loses, I believe Tony D is no longer allowed back on NXT, which means one of two things. Either Legado is definitely going to win this match because of the fact that we know that Tony D, his opponent, is not going to be kicked off of NXT. Or if he is going to get kicked off of NXT, that means D'Angelo is potentially going to be shifting over to either Raw or to SmackDown. So if D'Angelo loses this match, he's going to be kicked out of NXT for good. And I think that means he's going to end up shifting over to one of the other brands. I kind of see him being more on the Raw brand just because Raw, they usually tend to grab a lot more of the higher talent. And I feel like Tony D, a.k.a. D'Angelo, will probably be better suited on Raw. And I think that the D'Angelo family would actually be a cool faction to go up against tag teams like the Street Profits, for example. Ooh, and Santos gets an early hit across Tony D with the chair shot. Holy shit. And now the fans are chanting, Santos, Santos, Santos. NXT HeatWave is number one right now, heating up Twitter. Twitter is on fire right now with hashtag NXT HeatWave trending number one in the United States. Ooh, and Legado with a Hurricane Rana on D'Angelo. Drops Tony D onto the chair with the Hurricane Rana. Goes for an immediate pin. But it's just going to be a 2 for now. Tony D grabbing his left leg right now. I don't know if he's selling it or if he's actually injured for real. But he's grabbing his leg pretty quick. It's only the beginning of the match. Now we've got Santos putting the chair on the corner over there between the second and third ropes planted. And now he starts to attack Tony D's left leg. Massive kicks across the thigh area. Then he throws Tony D to the ropes and then attacks the lower leg again and sends D'Angelo flying across the ring. Now he does a drop kick to that same leg, just continuing the massive assault on Tony D, courtesy of Santos. Santos laying Tony D everywhere across the ring. More leg kicks across the injured left knee. Oh, and now D'Angelo, a couple of body shots towards Santos, trying to stop his momentum. Woo! And Santos gets thrown towards the direction of where the chair was on the corner, but he stops himself, and then he does a flying knee across the face of D'Angelo, lays him out, and then from there goes for an immediate pin. Oh, when D'Angelo kicks out after 2. Now we've got Santos going to the top. Santos going to the third. A frog splash cross body and lands onto Tony D. And Tony starts rolling under the first rope. Holy shit. Stacks just got wiped out. Stacks got wiped out on the outside of the ring by one of the members of Legado. And that was on the outside of the ring. And on the inside of the ring, we've got Santos taking control again of Tony. Fans absolutely chanting right now. Legado, legado. Oh, shit. And Stacks getting laid out yet again. Oh, shit. Santos goes rope to rope, trying to go coast to coast. And when he attempts to fly out through the ropes, he catches a massive hit across the dome, courtesy of Tony D. Tony D picks up the lid of the trash can and bashes Santos across the fucking head. Tony D still grabbing that left leg while he's walking on the outside of the ring. I got a feeling Tony D might have injured his knee and leg for real. And now Tony D bashes the back area of Santos with the lid. Now he bashes him across the head again. Man, those pops from the lid from the trash can, them shits are loud, intense, and brutal. Tony D with a belly-to-belly suplex on Santos, goes for the pin, and it's just a 2. Man, oh man, this street fight. These boys are taking it to each other, blood, sweat, and tears. Nobody holding back in this street fight. Now we got Santos running rope to rope. Now he tried to catch Tony in the air with a Hurricane Rana. Tony stops him, plants him with a powerbomb pin. Ooh, and it's just going to be a 2. And Tony looking around in complete disgust that the referee did not do a 3 count. A little bit of frustration starting to settle in. And now we've got Santos laying on the ground. And Santos is grabbing his own arm. And the left arm seems to be hurting a lot because he was grabbing it when he was on the outside of the ring. He's been grabbing it on the inside of the ring. Oh, my God. And he could barely move his arm. Dude, the way his arm looks, I think he might have either dislocated his shoulder or he might have an elbow or forearm injury, bro, because he cannot move that arm. Ooh, and then a chair shot right on the arm. Another chair shot on the arm, and Santos looking super injured right now. Third chair shot across that same left arm. Tony D is absolutely fucking up Santos's arm as we speak. Holy shit. Chair shot after chair shot. Yo, that arm looks absolutely busted, dude. I think it got injured for real. Oh, and Tony's got the left arm on the chair. Oh, and he rams the chair into the ring post while the chair had the left arm of Santos. And Santos is in a lot of pain, dude. He continues to grab his arm. He's not selling this move. He's not selling this injury. He literally looks like he's in a lot of pain. I think one of these previous moves caught him off guard, and that arm has been injured for real. Man, oh man. Tony taking control right now of Santos, just beating him up everywhere on the outside of the ring right now. Chair shots, lids from the trash can, ring post shots. Santos right now looking like a daisical, looking dizzy, and gets ran into the steel steps. Tony D having no mercy on Santos right now. Sheesh. Santos looking like roadkill right now. Tony out there absolutely thugging out throughout the outside of the ring, and now grabs the left arm of Santos, and the left arm gets smashed across the steel steps. Oh, shit. Now Tony has got Santos. He's got the arm on the back part of the steel steps, and then he kicks the fuck out of the steel steps, which bashes Santos's arm not only between the steel steps, but also it hits the ring post at the same time. Damn, that left arm is looking absolutely dreadful right now, bro. His arm looks fucked up. Oh, shit. And Tony has got 7 chairs planted on the outside of the ring, and then he suplexes Santos. Vertical suplex landing on the chairs. The chairs were planted on the outside floor, and then the suplex on top of the chair. So double impact. Now he rolls Santos back into the ring, goes for a quick pin, and Santos kicks out after 2. And the left arm, again, still looking absolutely dislocated. I don't know if it's the arm or the elbow or the forearm, but that arm is not moving, and it's wiggling around like a rag doll, bro. Santos gets planted for a Taka Michinoku driver that leads into a pin, and that's going to be a kick out by Santos after 2. Bro, Santos almost looks like he just wants this match to end, bro. His forearm, like his arm is dangling like so weird, dude. Holy shit. I got a feeling that that arm is injured for real, bro. That arm is definitely injured for real. And now Santos catches a massive trash can shot across the head. D'Angelo now over here goes for another pin, and Santos kicks out after 2. Santos again grabbing his left arm. Looks like he has no feeling in his left arm. Yeah, they got to end this match soon. This guy got to get his arm checked for sure, bro. Sheesh. Over here, he's screaming and says, D'Angelo says to the crowd, this is my NXT. I'm the Don. Oh, and now a nice clothesline by Santos. Another clothesline. And then a Hurricane Rana. We got Santos coming back to life. Santos gets flipped over the third rope, but lands on the apron. Ooh, and a nasty kick across the face of D'Angelo. Santos goes up to the top and lands a massive right arm. A nice little hammer arm move towards the dome. Oh, shit. And then Santos goes flying through the ropes, almost runs into the ring post, and ends up laying out D'Angelo, who was on the outside of the ring. Holy shit, dude. This guy is out here like a lucha libre. Yo, Santos out here doing big things. Oh, but then Santos gets rammed into the ring post, courtesy of D'Angelo. And now Santos thrown back into the ring. A big elbow by Tony D to the heart of Santos. And the fans chanting, this is awesome. Oh, and one of the members of Legado, holy shit, he has a huge metal pole and stacks across the head. That causes a distraction to D'Angelo. Santos goes for the roll-up. Oh, man, and it's a 2. I thought it was a 3. Santos trying to get the brass knuckles from his partner on the outside. It looks like Tony D rolled them up, but it's just a 2. And a massive chop across the chest by Santos onto Tony D. Oh, shit, the metal crowbar. Oh, shit. The girl that came out with Santos, she had the metal crowbar and tried to give the metal crowbar to Santos, and then she gets wiped out by Tony D. Tony D went running after Santos, but he accidentally runs into the girl, the woman that's a part of the Legado faction. She gets taken out and she lands on her arm. She's grabbing her elbow and tricep area. Damn, she got hit hard on that one. Oh, shit. And now Tony D runs into the ring and catches a massive drop kick in the face, courtesy of Santos. Both men laid out. Tony D had jumped into the ring with the metal crowbar, but he got knocked out by Santos. Both men now smashing fingers into each other's eyes, nose. Now they're pulling each other by the ear. Both guys are in the center of the ring now, and they both look to the corner, and they see on the side of the ring there's a metal crowbar on one side, and there's brass knuckles on the other side. They both go for their individual weapon. Oh, shit! And Tony D catches Santos across the face with the metal crowbar, and Santos is laid out. God damn. He caught him with that crowbar pretty solid on the chin. Holy shit. And the fans out here booing Tony D because Tony D got the W. He got the victory. And one of the fans on the outside is dancing hysterically. Oh, man. And the Legado faction who's on the outside of the ring now get on their feet seeing that Tony D has got the W, which means that Legado will continue to be under the control of Tony D, a.k.a. the D'Angelo family. This match was absolutely crazy. Man, that accidental collision by Tony D landing on that chick, she got her ass planted nasty. She landed on her arm and on her back. Damn, Tony D took Santos out with the crowbar nasty, dude. Like literally when he smacked him with the crowbar, Santos got knocked out instantly, bro. Tony D is out here waving goodbye to Legado. So I wonder, is he back in control of the Legado faction, or is Legado leaving? I'm not sure. No, actually, I think he was saying goodbye for now, but yeah, I think they regained control of Legado. And now we got backstage Indy Hartwell talking with the new women's tag team champions, Kayden Carter and Katana Chance. The fans are still chanting "Legado, Legado." You can hear the crowd literally while the women are talking in the backstage. That's how loud the fans are right now, still chanting Legado even though they lost. And now Indy Hartwell gets a love letter from someone, a mysterious letter. Wonder who this is from. It says Index Forever. And some random chick comes up, grabs Indy Hartwell's love letter, and rips it in half. She announced her name, but I couldn't hear it clearly. The fans were chanting still, Legado, Legado. So I have no idea who this chick is, but she obviously ripped up Indy Hartwell's love letter, so she is going to be pissed. Woo! Toxic Attraction leading their way to the ring. Mandy Rose about to be in competition, and the girls looking A-OK tonight. Now we are on a quick commercial break. I'm assuming that Mandy Rose's match is going to be coming up next because it's currently 9:21 Eastern time. So yeah, her match should be next, and of course, Bron Breakker's match will be closing the evening unless they have any other surprise segments or any other surprise matches leading the way. All right, so we are currently on a commercial break. Let's see, my friends. Who do you guys have for tonight? I think Mandy Rose is going to retain the title tonight. I don't think she's going to lose it on HeatWave. I think Mandy Rose is, how do I say, she's too much on the top of the mountain. And I don't see too many of the girls on NXT being able to compete. There are some decent chicks, like the one she's going to face tonight, Zoey Stark. But I believe that Mandy Rose is a little bit better in the ring, and also she has a nice faction, with Gigi and JC Jane, and of course, she's one of the hottest chicks on the NXT lineup. You know what I'm saying? So that also pays its dues and pays its price. Believe it or not, not only in this industry, but just pretty much any industry. So I'm pretty sure she's going to continue to be the top of the mountain. To me, I don't see Zoey Stark winning tonight. And also, I don't know. I don't really like Zoey Stark as being a champ. I don't feel she has a selling. I don't feel she has a compelling enough selling point when it comes to like her image, her gimmick, her persona. She's good in the ring, but you want to have not just in-ring capabilities. You want to have, maybe mic skills. You want to have a funny gimmick. You want to have character, charisma, sex appeal. Zoey Stark, to me, she has some of those characteristics, but not all of them. That's why I think Mandy Rose is going to stay on the top. She's pretty much the total package when it comes to the type of champ that she is. Got character, charisma, and all that stuff. So we'll see tonight. We'll see how this all goes. Mandy Rose, I think she retains, but you just never know. It might decide to flip the cards on us and maybe make a new NXT Women's Champion tonight. All right, we're still on commercial break as we speak, waiting for this NXT Women's Championship to come up. Woo, baby. Let me go ahead and let's see what else we got here. See if I have anywhere to post. Anywhere else I should post the links, because I know other people were asking about the links before. So let me actually share this screen real quick so you guys can see who's coming up. This is the match that's coming up next right here. This is going to be a pivotal match tonight. This is going to be the co-main event of the evening. Let's see who we got. All right, let's go to, let's see. I want to show you guys the photo. This one is going to be, this is the match that's coming up right here as we speak. You got a promo going on with Roman Reigns, who, by the way, hasn't even been in action in forever. It's a promo that says that he's in God mode. It'd be nice to see him in action if he's in God mode. You know what I'm saying? All right, so this right here, this, folks, this is the match that's coming up here tonight on NXT HeatWave. This is it right here. This is the co-main event. You've got Zoey Stark on the right. You've got Mandy Rose on the left, depending on what your screen looks like. And this is the match that is coming up next right here on NXT. It's going to be NXT HeatWave. This is what's coming up. This is the match. Now they got another promo with this. I always forget this girl's name. This Choo Choo girl. Let me check what this girl's. I can never remember this girl's name for Wendy Choo. There you go. Wendy Choo. They're showing a promo of her right now. She's getting her ass kicked backstage, but I think it's Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton's another one that's fine. I don't know why they keep having these girls though have like a animosity towards each other, because Wendy Cho cannot compete with this chick, bro. Tiffany Stratton is way too much competition for her. I feel like Wendy Cho is like, she's here just for the, how do I say, just for the gimmick. But in the ring, she's kind of like a joke. She comes out with baby shark costumes, a cow costume, comes out with all kinds of pajamas. But when she's in the ring, she gets her ass absolutely obliterated by the competition. It looks like they gave that promo because that's actually going to be next week. It looks like they're going to have a first ever lights out match. Wendy Cho versus Tiffany Stratton next week on USA on NXT 2.0 regular programming. That is such a stupid, bogus match, but I'm intrigued to see it. So if I happen to watch NXT next week, which more than likely I will, we're going to give you the live commentary updates on all the matches, including the lights out match between Wendy Cho and Tiffany Stratton. That's next week, though, on NXT 2.0. As we speak right now, my friends, we've got Zoey Stark, the number one contender for the NXT women's title, is now on the way to take on Mandy Rose. Zoey's being introduced first. This is HeatWave, and so far, the first title that was defended earlier in the evening was for the NXT North American Championship. If you missed that one, Giovanni Vinci was the number one contender, taking on the champ, Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes was accompanied to the ring by Trick Williams, and he was able to retain the title, and Trick Williams was a big factor in the match, creating a lot of distractions, and Hayes was able to retain. So far, one of the three champs tonight was able to successfully defend their title. Will Mandy Rose be the second champ tonight to be able to successfully defend her title? We shall see, as Mandy Rose's entrance is now on the Titantron, and she is now on her way coming to the ring. And of course, she is going to be accompanied by her Toxic Attraction Alliance. There we go. Toxic Attraction. Yep, the girls are all coming out. Mandy Rose out here all dolled up like she going on a date. She about to be in a wrestling match. Mandy Rose out here was looking at one of these fans front row. I wonder if one of these fans looked attractive to her because she looked at him up and down like he was fucking eye candy, unless she was just looking at him with complete disgust. Oh, shit. Mandy Rose tonight finding some attraction on the with Breakker first, and then now with one of the fans. One of the people at ringside around the middle section has a sign that says "Thank you, Triple H." They had that same sign on Raw last night. I wonder if it's the same person. I'll tell you what, thank you, Triple H is right, my friends, because Triple H is bringing us all kinds of competition. Somebody else has a sign on the outside that says "Toxic Attraction is my favorite kind of poison." Woo! I'd have to agree. All right, all the women from Toxic Attraction on the outside of the ring, Mandy Rose on the inside of the ring. Now Mandy Rose being introduced by the ring announcer, and now she gives the title to the referee. The referee got the NXT title raised in the air, and now it is official. The match is on the way. The bell has been rung. Ooh, Mandy starts with a kick. It gets caught by Zoey Stark, and then Zoey Stark with 3 back-to-back forearms across the face of Zoey. Ooh, Mandy gets flipped by Zoey, but Mandy lands on her feet and now catches Zoey. He was about to slam Zoey's knee into the ground, but then Zoey reverses and rolls Mandy up in a pin. Ooh, Mandy running rope to rope, runs over Zoey, then she throws Zoey over to the ropes, and then Zoey leaps over and catches a forearm across the face of Mandy. Now Mandy leaps to the outside of the ring. Zoey's going flying. Ooh, actually she goes under the first rope, 2 feet across the face of Mandy Rose, and Zoey Stark trying to gain the cheers of the fans. She only got maybe 20% of the fans to cheer for her. Unfortunately, 80% of the fans at least are here for Mandy Rose. Zoey Stark will not win the fans over, my friends. And now Zoey Stark getting her ass kicked on the commentator's desk, courtesy of Mandy Rose. Holy shit! She grabs Zoey Stark's left leg and smashes that knee across the top of the table, and it almost sounded like Zoey Stark's knee had fucking popped. Holy shit! That shit sounded loud as fuck. I'm like, God damn, what the fuck happened there? That shit went poop. It did a loud ass fucking pop sound. And Zoey Stark she's over here getting seeked by medical attention. This is the match that we are talking about here right now. Mandy Rose one-on-one with Zoey Stark defending the title. And guys, this match right now, absolutely sensational. Absolutely sensational. Yes, sir. This is the match that we've all been waiting for. And now Mandy beating up Zoey's leg on the inside of the ring now. Sheesh. And rams an elbow into the leg now. Crazy. This is the match right here. Man, that leg, that knee sounded like it really, really popped for real because that shit was loud. And Zoey started grabbing onto the leg real quick. Now Zoey chops Mandy across the chest, but now Mandy takes Zoey down and grabs her left leg and pulls the leg to the in this weird position and sitting on top of the leg at the same time while she's putting the leg to the back of Zoey. And that knee is looking in such a precarious position right now, looking like it's about to fall out of place. And then Mandy has got her by the neck. So she's pulling Zoey by the neck and then sitting on her butt, or I should say on her back of her thigh on the hamstring area, while pulling the leg into the same direction as she's pulling her neck. So basically trying to fold her up like a pretzel. Now we got a massive drop kick to the leg. And Zoey over here just looking like a complete amateur right now in this match. Mandy Rose just completely taking it to the number one contender. Now Mandy over here, a couple of chops and punches across the chest and the face of Zoey. Now Zoey coming out, returning some chops. Ooh, and then a massive clothesline by Mandy Rose. And she plants Zoey for the pin. Holy shit, almost a wardrobe malfunction by Mandy Rose on live TV. About to have the tatas laying out here on regular programming. You know they would have had to blur that out. Now she's got Zoey in the corner. And as Zoey's in the corner, she kicks her across the chest. And then you've got Jacy Jayne talking smack, a lot of smack to Zoey Stark, creating some type of distraction and getting real toxic on the outside of the ring. And Mandy Rose over here has got Zoey Stark in a nice leg submission hold, and she almost pops two titties out again. Mandy Rose about to seriously have a wardrobe malfunction. Oh, damn. She catches a massive boot in the face by Zoey Stark, and then catches another one. Now she catches a forearm in the face and catches another forearm in the face. And Toxic Attraction grab onto the ankles of Zoey Stark, and Zoey gets planted face first onto the mat. And the referees eject Toxic Attraction, and Jacy Jayne and Gigi have absolutely lost their shit. Oh, and Nikkita Lyons pulls Jacy Jayne off the apron. And now she's over here taking care of business, wiping out Toxic Attraction. Holy shit. Damn, we got Nikkita Lyons out here coming out, helping Zoey Stark by taking out the two members of Toxic Attraction. Right after the referee ejected them, they both jumped onto the ring apron and started complaining. And Nikkita Lyons comes out and takes both women backstage. Nikkita Lyons looking out for Zoey Stark in a big way and now making this an even match. Zoey against Mandy Rose one-on-one officially now that the Toxic Attraction faction has been taken backstage, again, courtesy of Nikkita Lyons and courtesy of the ref ejecting both Gigi and Jacy Jayne. Oh, and Mandy Rose does a nice little shoulder hit takedown to the left leg of Zoey. She's been attacking that leg the entire match. That leg, and now she gets it in a Boston Crab, a one-legged Boston Crab, and Zoey screaming in pain, trying to reach for the ropes. Mandy has got her booty cheeks on top of Zoey's back, not allowing her to move. But now Zoey starting to crawl, trying to get out of the one-legged Boston Crab. But Mandy pulls her back to the center of the ring. And a couple of kicks across the chest by Zoey that sends Mandy out of the ring. Again, almost having a wardrobe malfunction on the Tatas area for the third time in this match. Now Mandy gets back in the ring, but she catches a knee and then an elbow shot in the face, courtesy of Zoey Stark. Then two clotheslines by Zoey. Ooh, shit. And then a massive knee shot in the face as well. Goes for the pin. It's going to be a kick out after 2. This match has been going on so long that I completely forgot that the NXT Heavyweight Championship is still later on after this one. It's been a really good women's match, and the outside interference has also added on to the events of the match. Ooh, and now a super kick to the back of the dome performed by Zoey onto Mandy. Goes for the pin. Kick out. Zoey still grabbing her left leg, so I'm presuming there is a lot of pain that Mandy has dished out to the knee. That leg looking crazy right now, courtesy of Mandy. Mandy was beating the shit out of Zoey's leg throughout the match. Oh, and now she kicks her in the knee and drops Zoey to the ground. Holy shit. Turns Zoey inside out and lands her with a kind of a twirling suplex that plants Zoey on her dome. Zoey looking like she's seeing stars right now. And Mandy goes for the pin, but it's a kick out after 2. I don't even know what the fuck you call that move, but that was a nasty, vicious move. Planting her right on the top of her head. Zoey and Mandy really taking it to each other in this match. Been a pretty good women's match so far. Zoey a chop across the chest on Mandy. Now Mandy firing a vicious set of punches across Zoey's face. Oh, I don't even know what happened here. Zoey Stark went to perform a move on Mandy Rose. It looked like she landed it, but when she landed the move, it looked like she caught her knee in the process, and now she's crawling to try to get Mandy Rose, but Mandy Rose is rolling to the outside of the ring. Unfortunately, Zoey could not take advantage of whatever that move was. It didn't even look like she planted it clean, to be honest, but it did take out Mandy Rose temporarily. Oh, no. Mandy has got Zoey's leg wrapped around the second and first rope and now annihilating the knee and the leg. Vicious shots as Zoey's leg is stuck between 2 ropes and she cannot get out. Oh, and Mandy's trying to take the boot or the knee brace off, I think. I think she's trying to hurt Zoey's knee even worse. And the referee helps Zoey get her leg out of the ropes. Man, that was a nasty tie-up. And now Mandy out here taunting Zoey. Looks like she was going for a kick. She misses. Zoey rolls her up for a pin. It's a 2. Another pin by Zoey. Another 2. Holy shit. And she catches a nasty, it was either a knee or a nasty kick across the face. Mandy goes for the immediate pin after catching Zoey across the dome. And Zoey kicks out after 2. Mandy looking shocked. Everybody now chanting, Zoey, Zoey. Nobody has ever kicked out of Mandy Rose's move. It looks like this nasty knee shot. Looks like nobody has ever kicked out from what they stated. And somehow Zoey found a way to get the kick out after 2. Oh, now Mandy out here taunting Zoey. She took her knee brace off. Oh, shit. She took the knee brace off, wraps the knee around her own leg, and then catches Zoey Stark with the knee shot again to the face. But this time, when she catches Zoey with the knee, she catches Zoey in the face with her own knee brace. So she ripped the knee brace off of Zoey's leg, wraps the knee brace around her own leg, and then performs the finisher to Zoey's face with the knee brace on, and Zoey gets wiped out. And still your NXT Women's Champion, Mandy Rose. Let's get it, baby. And today, my friends, marks 300 days that Mandy Rose has been the WWE NXT Champion. Woo! Can you believe it? She steals the knee brace off of the leg of her opponent, Zoey Stark. Then she plants the finisher with the knee brace, smacks the shit out of Zoey Stark. Zoey gets wiped out. Mandy goes for the immediate pin, and this time she gets the victory to retain the NXT Women's Championship and to be the champ for a consecutive 300 days. Yes, you heard it here first. Mandy Rose has now 300 days in the record books as the NXT Women's Championship. Holy smokes. Can you believe it? 300 days. That is the longest, if I'm not mistaken, that has to be the longest reigning women's championship for NXT. I don't know if it's the longest reigning championship for women's titles in general, but for NXT for sure, it is the longest reign. 300 consecutive days as the NXT women's champion. That's fucking insane. That is absolutely insane. That's crazy. That girl right there. Yes, sir. Sheesh. She looks like a champ. She acts like a champ. She talks like a champ, but she damn sure walks like a champ. That's for sure. Looking absolutely amazing. Oh, yeah. That was the match that we just had, you guys. Yes, sir. All right. And now you guys know what's going to be coming up next. You already know it's going to be the match of the evening coming up soon. Very, very soon. Right now, it's a commercial break, but it will be here in just a moment. It's going to be JD, Bron Breakker, NXT Heavyweight Championship. Looks like we're still on commercial break, guys. Man, oh man. NXT, pretty good programming. I'm not gonna lie. I give NXT so far at least a 7, at least a solid 7 out of 10. I still think it needs a little bit more. How do we say? I think it needs a little bit more matches for sure and less promo. But I believe it has been pretty good thus far. Been pretty good. All right. As this is going on, let me see if we got any other breaking news on Heatwave tonight. Looks like no promos yet. Nothing else to discuss at this moment. Pretty good women's match. I'll say that. Pretty good women's match. Solid. I knew that Mandy Rose was going to retain, but I tell you what, Zoey Stark did give a good run for her money. Mandy Rose though did really good in this match. Mandy Rose did a lot more in this match than what I was expecting. Because sometimes you'll have these matches where you have two great competitors, but sometimes they'll make the matches a little bit too short, a little too short and sweet versus giving them the opportunity to wrestle for real. But I'll tell you what, man, this Mandy Rose and Zoey Stark fight was really good for this NXT Heatwave. Definitely what's best for business. I'll tell you that much. Definitely what's best for business. Oh, looks like this Friday night on SmackDown, Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns will finally be face to face. Hopefully, there won't be any outside interference by Karrion Cross or the Usos like he's been receiving the last couple of weeks. Kind of weird ass segment is this? I don't know who the hell this person is, but this whack ass promo of this weirdo, this ain't it. This guy is so weird. He calls himself the Super Diva. His name is Quincy Elliott, coming soon to NXT. He's so weird. This bitch is so fucked up. Grayson Waller is backstage getting interviewed by was it Mackenzie Mitchell, and then she had this like depressed, sad, annoyed look on her face, and Grayson Waller's like, "Yo, why is it that you're so happy to see everybody else that you interview except for me?" He's like, and then she's like, "It's like, what, you don't like me or something?" She's like, "Yeah, pretty much." This chick is so funny, bro. Grayson Waller says next week he's gonna have his first ever Grayson Waller Effects show. Oh shit. He said a couple things in a segment. Says that next week he's gonna have his own segment where it's gonna be called the Grayson Waller Effect, and that's gonna be his new show where he's gonna interview people. Right? He's gonna ask all the tough questions, and he's gonna get what did he say? All the right answers. He said some catchy shit that was funny, and then right after he leaves, he comes back and he says to Mackenzie Mitchell, he says, "Man, that must be some cheapest perfume that you bought." I'm like, damn, son, throwing shade. She don't like his ass, so hey, you might as well fucking throw shade. You know what I'm saying? All right, now we've got the final match of the evening for NXT HeatWave coming up next. JD McDonugh, I think is his last name. We just call him JD. And JD is going one-on-one with Bron Breakker. It's going to be coming up right now. And now we're waiting for Bron Breakker to get into the ring. JD is already there waiting for him. He's got a psycho look on his face as we speak. I don't think JD's going to win tonight, but time will tell. This match is about to be on the way. And now Bron Breakker to the ring. And the fans are out here chanting for Bron Breakker, and they are ready. Wait, Bron Breakker coming out with a sledgehammer. And Bron Breakker smashes. There was like a small wooden box laid out through the entrance. Looks like near the entrance path, and there was a bunch of spraying on it. Looks like it was sprayed down. It says JD all over it. And Bron Breakker comes out with a sledgehammer and smashes the fuck out of the wooden box, trying to send an intimidating message to JD to start this match. Before he gets on the way, it looks like he's trying to send a nice little intimidation factor. JD over here with this crazy man look on his face. Looks like he's not scared, not in fear, or impressed. Both men in the center of the ring now getting announced. JD McDonugh gets introduced. Now the champ, Bron Breakker, the NXT champ, getting introduced. And here we go. Match is about to be on the way. Let's see who's going to win. It's going to be an interesting match. Well, we've only got 7 minutes left of this program, and NXT typically doesn't go over on time. So this is going to be a relatively fast match. This might be a shorter match than the women's match, to be honest. The women's match felt like it was at least 15, almost 20 minutes. Here we go. JD trying to go for Bron's shoulder area, try to start the injury. But Bron Breakker flings JD across the ring. It says, not right now. Not this time. Bron getting put to the ring, and JD wrapping the arm around the top rope, trying to break Bron's right arm. And then Bron out of nowhere smacks the shit out of JD across the face, trying to get his attention. Sheesh, what a smack. Got a mixed crowd. Some going, let's go Breakker, and some saying, let's go JD. And Bron ends up grabbing JD, flings him across the ring and holds on to the arm. Now JD tries to go ahead and reverse the submission. Bron flips over. Woo! And still has a nice submission hold on the left arm of JD. Oh, and a couple of nice little spin moves and flips trying to get out of the submission hold. But JD still gets put right back into the submission hold by Bron Breakker. Oh, now a vicious forearm shot to the face of Breakker, and that gets rid of the submission hold. A nice roll through by Breakker to flip over JD around the mat, and now he lifts up JD and walks around the ring with JD in the air, holding him way high to the sky, and then plants him down for a nice little vertical suplex. Massive strength being shown by Bron Breakker in this match. Now he throws JD to the corner, and JD flips over the third rope and lands on the apron. Now he catches a fist across the face by Bron Breakker, and JD's on the outside of the ring. Breakker starting to chase JD. JD goes for an elbow shot and misses. Elbow goes straight onto the mat. And then Bron ends up snapping the arm of JD onto the rope. And now he goes back to attacking the arm again of JD. And now Bron lifting up JD. Lifting him up by his arm. Holy shit. And then a belly-to-belly flip suplex. Oh, and Breakker with a backwards flip. Nice little backwards flip to land on JD for the immediate pin. I like the flip. Nice little backwards flip. Didn't expect that from Bron Breakker, showing a little bit of agility. Showing some agility, showing some flexibility, showing some hops too. And now we got a mixed audience again, chanting half for JD, half for Bron Breakker. JD throws Bron to the ropes. Bron ducks. Then they run into each other again, but Bron ducks again. And then Breakker with a massive clothesline on JD, and then throws JD straight to the outside of the ring. And now Bron Breakker in a dog position, pause, no pun intended, and then starts barking like a dog, and the audience barking along with him, chanting, creating some more intimidation to JD, hoping that JD maybe will have some type of fear seeing Bron Breakker over here barking at him. JD's on the outside of the ring. Bron goes out to chase after him and grabs JD by the head, pause, no pun intended, and smashes JD's face onto the outside part of the ring on the apron area. And he grabs him and bashes his head again onto the apron. And now they're over by the steel steps. JD gets rolled into the ring. Would have been nice to see. Woo! Would have been nice to see Bron Breakker take JD and ram him across the steps. No pun intended. But instead, he brings him to the inside part of the ring. And then JD back to the outside of the ring on another attempt to try to lure Breakker. And then JD jumps back into the ring with a flying elbow and lands it to the heart of Breakker. And then JD starts to grab his left arm and his trap area, looking like he might have hurt himself in the process. And also might be a little bit sore from the attacks that Bron Breakker has done to that arm throughout the match. Ooh, and now JD catches a massive punch across the face by Bron Breakker. Bron over here reeling a little bit, leaning against the ropes. JD has got a headlock onto Bron and a nice little snap mirror suplex performed successfully on Bron. Now Bron over here looking like lower back starting to hurt a little bit. JD with a massive vicious elbow across the face of Breakker. Ooh, and JD catches right on the kisser, catches Breakker on the kisser, I should say, with a massive punch. Now attacking the upper spinal area. JD now has shifted the momentum in favor for him. Oh, wait a minute. Breakker now with some punches across the abdomen and also with some nice shoulder hits across the abdomen of JD, courtesy of Breakker. And now Breakker takes JD to the top. Holy smokes. Oh, and JD gets out from under him. And then Breakker gets planted on the top turnbuckle. Balls first. No homo, no pun intended. Breakker lands on the top turnbuckle with the jewels being compromised. Holy smokes. Oh, and then JD does a neck breaker to Bron Breakker. Say that again 5 times. JD does a neck breaker to Bron Breakker. JD does a neck breaker to Bron Breakker on the top of the ropes, and the neck lands on the third turnbuckle. Holy shit. That was a nasty neck breaker performed to Bron Breakker. JD catches him with a neck breaker like this and plants the back of the neck on the top turnbuckle. And Breakker fell off of the third rope and landed to the outside. Now both men back into the inside of the ring, and JD planting a massive set of elbow shots. Left elbow, right elbow, left elbow, right elbow across the chest, the chin, and the neck area of Breakker. JD getting absolutely intense in this match now, picking up the wave here on HeatWave tonight. When it looks like an official match next week, Brooks Jensen and Josh Briggs are defending their UK titles, going up against Gallus. And Wendy Chu going up against Tiffany Stratton, as we talked earlier, in a lights out match. Those 2 matches will be next week on NXT 2.0. But tonight we're still on NXT HeatWave. We've still got this match here on the way with Bron Breakker and JD. So far they've gotten to no commercials at the moment. I guess we're going to be watching this one all the way to the very end. It is now 10:02 p.m. Eastern time. Usually at this point, NXT is already over. It's going over the time a little bit tonight. Looks like this match may have a few more minutes. They're going over the hour. Man, oh man, JD is twisting the neck and the chin of Bron Breakker. Nice little chin breaker by Bron Breakker. And now massive punches across the top of the head of JD by Bron. And then Bron taken to the air with a nice little shoulder takedown. And then another one. Oh, and then Bron catches JD in the air and plants him down with a spine buster type of move. And now Breakker looking to see if he can take JD out of this match for good. Oh, shit. Bron goes running towards JD. JD gets out the way, and Bron runs into the ring post. Woo! Oh, no. Breakker nowhere to go in the center of the ring, and JD has got him in a nasty submission hold that's pulling the torque area and the neck area in a really bad position here. along with the left arm. Bron Breakker reaches and catches the bottom rope. He got lucked out. JD has to break the hold. JD McDonugh doing everything he can to try to become the new NXT heavyweight champion. And so far, Bron Breakker has been able to survive and able to dish out a lot of punishment. Both men going back to the third. Woo! Going back to the third. Oh, shit. And Breakker performs a Hurricane Rana on JD that sends JD flying off the third rope. Goes for the immediate pin. Oh, my gosh. And JD McDonugh still will not give up. It is just a 2 count. Man, this Hurricane Rana was vicious and crazy. And JD immediately was grabbing his back after he caught the Hurricane Rana. And then Bron Breakker didn't even give him a chance to recover and ended up going for the immediate pin. But JD had kicked out of resiliency, out of just pure reflex. Now JD McDonugh has he has Breakker on the third rope. What is he looking to do here? Oh, shit. Whoa. You gotta be kidding me. Off the third rope, catches Breakker nasty. Holy shit. And then right after he catches Breakker in a ground move where he plants him on his neck, and it's still a 2. Holy shit. Bro, he caught him in a brain buster, and right before that, he caught him in a nasty third rope reverse suplex move, like a reverse somersault suplex move. How did he catch both of those moves on Bron Breakker, and Bron Breakker still able to kick out after the pin? What is going on? Holy shit. JD is for real. JD is no joke. Now he's got more fans chanting his name. Damn, he absolutely fucked up Bron Breakker with those 2 moves. I don't know how he can get this victory. Bron Breakker ends up performing a massive spear onto JD. And now Bron taunting the fans, saying he's going to break JD in half. JD back on his feet. Oh, shit. JD McDonugh bleeding out of his teeth and his nose. Back on his feet. And Bron Breakker spears him again. Damn. Then he gets the finisher on him. And he retains the NXT Heavyweight Championship. And now he starts to grab the back of his neck. I got a feeling that Bron Breakker fucking hurt the back of his neck when he caught that massive spine buster by JD. He looks like he's in a lot of neck pain right now. Oh, wait, what's this? Is there a surprise appearance here? What the hell is this? Oh, Tyler Bate, the NXT champion, the NXT United Kingdom, the NXT UK champions here tonight. Tyler Bate out here with his heavyweight championship, and he's going to the ring to meet up with Bron Breakker. Wow, this has been a NXT UK invasion tonight. First with the tag team champs earlier, and now you've got the NXT UK heavyweight champion Tyler Bate here tonight in the center of the ring, giving a stare down to Bron Breakker, saying, yo, you defended your title. Pretty impressive. Holy shit. Are worlds colliding in NXT? Holy smokes. It looks like they're bringing NXT UK and NXT regular edition. Maybe they're going to unify the titles, and maybe, who knows, maybe they're going to have an undisputed champ eventually, where they'll have Tyler Bate, the UK NXT champ, going up against Bron Breakker, the current NXT champ for the US. This will be very interesting. If they find a way to make these guys compete one-on-one, and if they find a way to unify the titles, this is going to be crazy. Well, guys, that's going to be it for tonight. NXT HeatWave. Today's date, August 16, 2022. I almost said April. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know where my mind is, and I'm thinking it's April because it is not spring. It is definitely summertime, heat wave time, NXT. You guys see it here. Heat wave, what a great edition of NXT 2.0. This is your boy Ola with Ola TV. You guys already know what time it is. Like the video. Make sure make sure you comment and subscribe as well. And don't forget, guys, that we'll be back possibly tomorrow night for AEW Dynamite. But if I'm not back tonight, then you guys will probably see me next week for Monday Night Raw. As I did state, I may take a couple days off of the live stream because I do have to pay respects for someone that I recently lost in the family. So I'm happy to have done the NXT HeatWave for you guys tonight. Dynamite possibly tomorrow, but if no Dynamite, I'll see you guys next week for Raw, because for sure I will not be here for SmackDown and for Rampage. So guys, stay safe, stay blessed. Thank you for joining, and I hope you guys have a good night. Peace.